more assertiveness on the offensive end.
And he comes up with a steal. Took it right away. And he'll pull up for three. Money.
Goes with that balance. It wouldn't be long, even though you see the steal.
Showtime for Alex.
There's Miles Powell. Miles Cale, 13 on the shot clock for the Pirates. The handoff to Powell. Driving inside. Pinned by Ty-Shon Alexander. The push ahead to Jefferson. Jefferson. Oh!
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Painted Lines YouTube channel. On top for today, I want to talk to you about Ty-Shon Alexander. First up, make sure you follow my man Tiago on Twitter at tscabia and check out his full article at thepaintedlines.com. Ty-Shon Alexander highlights today's Sixers draft target. The USA Today's third-team All-American capped off a phenomenal season at Creighton, one where he led the Blue Jays to an unexpected share of the Big East title. Alexander is a fascinating prospect, equipped with the athletic profile to make his mark at the next level. Let's dive into what makes him such an interesting player. Ty-Shon Alexander is no stranger to expectations. Recruited out of Oak Hill Academy, Alexander helped the basketball powerhouse to an impressive 45-1 record his senior season. The Virginia-based school is a factory for NBA talent, home to a list of superstars that includes Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. But unlike many Oak Hill recruits, Alexander took a behind-the-scenes road to college basketball, a road that included teaming up with the innovative Greg McDermott out of Creighton. McDermott demanded the most out of this combo guard, often toggling Alexander between point guard and wing duties. At Omaha, Ty-Shon Alexander grew from a low-usage distributor to a refined combo guard. The key difference centered on how McDermott utilized his 6'4" recruit. That is, moving Alexander from an on-the-ball role to one suited for his diverse skills. With that change, Alexander's efficiency skyrocketed in a junior year that saw him thrive as a spot-up shooter and slasher. Similar improvements were also on display on the defensive end, where Alexander drew consistent, difficult matchups in a loaded Big East. It is with this framework that we will dissect Ty-Shon Alexander's prospects and his fit with the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's talk about his strengths. First up, Ty-Shon Alexander thrives in the catch and shoot. This is where Alexander has grown leaps and bounds from a freshman year that saw him shoot 33% on 96 attempts. As a junior, 28% of Alexander's scoring came off spot-up opportunities, where he scored an impressive 1.072 points per possession. Alexander is one of 4 Power 5 players to shoot 38% or better on 400-plus attempts over the last 2 seasons. He is a career 37% three-point shooter in the Big East. Alexander understands motion and is constantly flashing to open spots on the court. This is a guy who thrives in the catch-and-shoot role from the wing and is comfortable in a modern NBA-style offense that includes motion, screening, and basic pick-and-roll concepts. Check out Ty-Shon Alexander in the catch-and-shoot.
Today, going over there out of bounds, weren't they?
Oh, my goodness. Spent half their shoot-around the practice before a game on that as Alexander launches.
Off the head, three in the corner. Jamal Cain, no good. Look at the pace. Mitchell to Alexander to the bottom of the bucket.
I look for Alexander, a little dribble drive here, but I look for Alexander to get free. There he is.
On the inside.
He's a grinder, right? Is the best way to describe. He's unselfish, but he's also a grinder. Alexander.
Howard, 5 points, 2 of 8, yet he averages over 27 a game. Alexander, left wing.
Number 17, but he's been really quiet this afternoon. Mitchell drives, kicks it out. Alexander, 4-3.
Zagorowski 8 to shoot. Here's Ty-Shon Alexander with the answer.
Ty-Shon Alexander is also a solid athlete. He has great balance near the rim. His 1.448 points per possession as a cutter ranked in the 89th percentile among all college players. This is an extreme athlete with a quick first step. Alexander can get to the rim with relative ease, especially as a cutter. Alexander is a long athlete with a high release point, which allows him to extend the offense even when defended by bigger guys. He shows effortless motion and ability to shoot over bigger defenders. Let's take a look at Ty-Shon Alexander's athleticism.
To defend you.
Creighton on the other end, they've got the basketball first, trying to add to their 14-point lead. Nice ball movement, Ty-Shon Alexander.
Now 9 to shoot. Alexander's got some height on Pipkins and will challenge him.
Certainly a different squad here at home and on campus.
Last time these two teams played, obviously St. John's took a loss by 12.
Backdoor, Alexander.
Nice backdoor feed again, Alexander.
Good shot, though, for Kyler Edwards. Still struggling with the shot, but you take those good ones, and the percentages will change.
Alexander got his man in the air.
See if this set. Run it for Ballack. Backdoor look.
Open the half for Michigan.
Nice cut.
And a cut by Ty-Shon Alexander.
Off the front rim. Ty-Shon Alexander.
Lays it 14-4, 14-2.
And it's just something about playing here for St. John's. Maybe it's the close confines that have a adverse.
The last strength is Ty-Shon is a very good defender. Ty-Shon Alexander also made considerable strides on defense, where he has turned into a nightmarish point of attack defender. On defense, Alexander relies on his wingspan and athleticism to hound ball handlers. Against Seton Hall, he was an absolute menace, holding the Pirates' Myles Powell to a combined 9 for 29 shooting. He moves well defensively without fouling. He suffocates ball handlers with his combination of size and athleticism. Alexander is tenacious at chasing guys off screens. Once at the point of attack, he uses his length to disrupt rhythm and force highly contested shots. Let's take a look at Ty-Shon Alexander's defense.
But he's going to play harder than anybody else. Thinks his way through the game, patient. Dig in there, or you hit him with an elbow, that ball stay in there. Your day's done. Alexander with a hand, hard to do. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. Mamukelashvili doesn't get the shot off. He went back on the floor, and then Kevin Willard telling him, listen, you got to play the right way. And that's an offensive foul on Shavar Reynolds.
Zagorowski, the other corner. No whistle. And then the lob attempt.
Costly against this team. You get numbers.
There's another one. Ty-Shon on the loose. Count it.
2 mistakes.
5 seconds into the shot clock.
They don't want to get in. As you see, Ty-Shon Alexander has unbelievable anticipation in the passing lanes.
Already 4 steals for Ty-Shon Alexander in this game.
Here he is, popping free from behind the arc, and then lost the handle on it. Diving on the floor is Bishop, and he tips it ahead to Alexander. Alexander running to the other side.
Told you that Ballack, it wouldn't be long, even though he didn't. You see the steal?
Showtime for Alex.
Seton Hall has committed 5. Powell against Alexander, 10 to shoot. Myles Powell going to work.
All right, let's talk about Ty-Shon Alexander's fit with the Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers enter the 2020-2021 year with a sea of roster questions, in particular, Josh Richardson. Set to become a free agent at the end of the season, the Sixers have a few options with Jay Rich. One in particular involves using his expiring contract in a possible trade. Josh Richardson is a fine contributor and a player most teams would welcome under his current contract, but uncertainties around the salary cap could turn Richardson into a pricey commodity. Enter Ty-Shon Alexander. Alexander is years away from becoming the player Richardson is today, but the attributes are quite similar. In Richardson, the Sixers have a hawkish combo guard who is suitable to play some small forward. And while Alexander is not as big, he is capable of filling Jay Rich's shoes on both sides of the court, and particularly defensively, where he often draws the opposition's toughest matchup. The Sixers should have time to develop Alexander with the possible emergence of Shake Milton. Keeping him in the G League allows for that to happen under a more controlled environment. but Alexander's offensive game is mature enough to contribute right away, which gives Philadelphia the option to use him under the two-way contract structure. For the Sixers, that could be the best of both worlds, giving him the time to develop in Delaware while occasionally spotting regular season minutes with the big club. Here are my final thoughts. Ty-Shon Alexander is an interesting option for teams in search of shooting and defense. Alexander is an advanced three-point shooter, one who thrives in Creighton's high-paced offense. His limitations as a shot creator will likely limit his ceiling at the next level, but Alexander is a highly teachable player, a prospect that should turn into a plus defender in the NBA. The unknown at the moment is where he will fall in the draft. Alexander provides immense value at the top of the second round. However, the draft landscape is still unsettled, and a second-round grade may just be enough for Alexander to return for his senior season. Regardless, this is a name that should be high on Philadelphia's radar, either now or next summer. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you love the NBA draft and the Philadelphia 76ers, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Make sure you follow my man Tiago on Twitter at tscabia and read the full article over at thepaintedlines.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome.